Matthew Steeples slams the vindictive campaign against YouTube sensation Sadie Quinlan, known as Yankee Wally by the mendacious Sussex Squad groupies led by PR peddlers Omid, Scobie and Bouzy and helped along by a bashful BuzzFeed News busybody named Ellie Hall. The Duchess of Sussex has an inconvenient past she'd most certainly rather forget. Her nemesis Sadie Quinlan, aka Yankee Wally, has just such too. Whilst witty Welsh warbler Quinlan served her time and has openly admitted her prior indiscretions, the mendacious minx that is the former Meghan Markle has most certainly never been open, for example, about her supposed past relationship with a gay porn actor known as Dirt Nasty. She was also forced to apologise to the appeal court in London in November 2021 and has been called out for being a bully allegedly also. Now, after a busybody Washington, D.C. based senior reporter for BuzzFeed News named Ellie Hall last week produced a somewhat lackluster article linking the Duchess of Sussex's half-sister Samantha Markle to Sadie Quinlan, the latter's YouTube Yankee Wally channel has been closed. It was done so after the snitch on her sources Hall sent her so-called evidence to the social media video-sharing medium and thereby proved herself not to be a reportage writer but instead a troll-like campaigner. According to Joker Not a Journo Hall, a clearly woke spokesman for YouTube named Jack Malone told her, upon review, "We have terminated the Yankee Wally channel for repeated violations of our harassment policy, which prohibits content targeting individuals based on intrinsic attributes. We enforce this policy equally for everyone, and channels that repeatedly violate or are dedicated to violative content are terminated." Responding, Matthew Steeples of the Steeple Times commented, "Whilst the opinions of Sadie Quinlan might not to be everyone's taste, she is as entitled to her views as much as anyone else. Just like with the case of Sean Atwood, whose YouTube account has also been removed on occasions, the process by which such occurs is clearly beyond strangely and stupidly regulated. Whilst YouTube is entitled to control its domain in whatever manner it chooses, the fact that a Welsh woman is cancelled for simply discussing a topic clearly of interest to her nigh on 50,000 followers seems ludicrous in the extreme. Ms. Quinlan, to me, seems as dangerous as a chocolate teapot whilst those campaigning against her, headed by PR peddlers Omid, Scobie and Bouzy, are the true villains of this piece." Elsewhere on Friday the Daily Express reported that after the Daily Mail diarist Richard Eden shared news that he had contracted coronavirus, a clear Sussex Squad supporter with the handle @Royals_Sussex trolled him with a meme featuring the reprehensibly vindictive words, "If he dies, he dies." The moment news broke that Prince Harry was dating an American actor named Meghan Markle, the media exploded into action to find out everything there was to know about her. Just 2 days later, The Sun splashed an exclusive interview with Meghan's half-sister on its front page with the headline, "Don't fall for my little sis, Harry, she'd be the next Princess Pushy." And thus began the media career of Samantha Markle. Samantha, 57, is Meghan's paternal half-sister and her elder by 17 years. From that very first interview with The Sun, wherein she described her shallow half-sister as driven by social climbing, with behavior certainly not befitting of a royal family member, Samantha has been ready and willing to trash Meghan to anyone who might want to listen. Over the years, she has publicly accused Meghan of lying about her upbringing and abandoning her family. Now, interviews and a BuzzFeed News analysis of social media suggest that she has spread even more insidious and false claims. In an investigation spanning months, BuzzFeed News found evidence that for the past 4 years, Samantha has apparently used various Twitter accounts, including her current one, which she apparently used to communicate with this reporter, not just to criticize Meghan but to also propagate and give credibility to damaging and potentially defamatory claims about her half-sister. There is also evidence that suggests Samantha has for years been coordinating with and feeding information to the person behind one of the oldest and most influential anti-Meghan YouTube accounts, a woman who has been a driving force behind what is perhaps the most persistent, insidious, and damaging conspiracy theories about Meghan, that she faked her 2 pregnancies, that her children were born to a surrogate, and that her children might not even be hers.